EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the third leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today it's live third-round coverage of the Orlando Classic.
There's something about a well-hit shot.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway.
High, soft landing second shot would be ideal here. There's a little bit of a ridge in this green. Don't really want to be going long here. Those two bunkers, never easy coming out of those and downhill.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. We have said it over and over. Another birdie. Here at the 231-yard par 3 second, Frank, pretty good hole.
It certainly is, Rich. The carry on the right side's a little shorter, but if you're going to take it down the left side, you've got to fly that ball at least another 20 yards. This looks like it's going to find the target.
So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yep, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Locked in on the read and the speed. And he makes it for par. Now to the par 4 third, picturesque and difficult hole, Frank.
It might be picturesque, but it's certainly not for the fun. Well, when he goes after, he is here.
Just amazing what they're able to do with that golf swing. Hit it so far at that size. Not overly big, but man, can really move it a long ways. He moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
From the rough, he manages to not only make the green, but get within easy striking distance of the hole. That wasn't a gimme, but it sure made it look easy. 561-yard par 5 fourth. Frank a chance to make 4 and maybe even an eagle 3.
Yeah, that green's just raised a little bit, so if you hit a good drive in there and you're going with a slightly shorter club, big advantage.
Good tee shot right in the short grass. Frankie could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach too. And Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
That is professional with a capital P right there.
That's stealing.
Now to the fifth hole. Off the tee, Frank, how do these fairway bunkers sort of factor into your mindset as you prepare to tee off?
Well, if you watch the pros play on the Arnold Palmer Invitational, you see two. Well, if you're a longer hitter, take it over that bunker on the left.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Yes, he's holding.
Unbelievable from that distance.
Frank, the par 5-6, this is the signature hole here at A Hill.
You've got to really pick a line here, Rich. There's a big pine tree down there. On that line, 260 yards gets it to the fairway.
How important, Frank, is the line off of this tee? Because if you hit it well, but you hit it a little too far left, you're probably going to be wet.
You've got to know exactly how far you carry that driver. Otherwise, you've got no idea which line to take.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I'd say.
Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Frank, how rare would this be if this putt drops?
Well, this is I'd like to say once in a lifetime, but on the odd occasion we do see back-to-back eagles, but it certainly is something to watch.
Frank, the good news as you come to the 7th after that beast of a par 5 is that it's just under 200 yards. There's no water.
Yeah, it's not as long as the second, but it's just as demanding. Very narrow entry into this green.
Just wearing out the center of the club face. Hasn't missed a shot. Hasn't missed the green in regulation all day long. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now at the 8th, and Frank, this really is a clever design. Fun hole to play.
Very pretty hole. That bunker down the left, just over 300 yards. Ideally, you just work it off that bunker.
Frank, as you step to the tee here at the 8th, what are you seeing?
Another hole that suits the long header, Rich. That bunker just over 300 yards. The further you get down there, the shorter club you have in over the water.
Second shot. Good look at the green. Right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Clean this up with a tap. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Finishing up here on the front side at Bay Hill with a lengthy par 4. And what's the key, Frank?
Well, the hole's relatively flat, but the rough on the right comes into play. If you can carry that ball 300 yards, then just take it in over the bunker.
Frank, they say you have to ride the wind. Well, he's got all of that one.
Got every ounce out of the conditions.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the car. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. No problems there.
And it keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Another par 4 here, the 11th. It's just under 440 yards. This time, it's a pretty good challenge, Frank.
This hole's very similar to the third hole on the front side. 2 bunkers down the right side. Just got to keep it a little left. You don't have to hit driver here.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Pretty good shot right there. Been pretty good all day from this distance. Just trying to take care of business.
Good solid stroke there. No sign of nerves on that.
Frank, the par 5s here at Bay Hill so important. What's the 12th like?
570 odd yards. Tiered high, let it fly.
And that ball is absolutely scorched. Just hit a seed out there. Well, that one is deep. Every bit of that ball. And his second shot here at the par 5. Couldn't have done much better than that. An eagle is very possible. Wow, Nate's eagle makes everybody else look sort of average, Frank.
And look at the size of that lead on the leaderboard now.
At the par 4 13th now. Frank, what's the key here?
Really avoid those 3 bunkers, Rich. You don't want a fairway bunker shot over water for your second shot. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, chance for another one today. He's putting for birdie now. Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. 14th hole, Frank, more than 200 yards, par 3. This is no picnic.
No, it plays a little longer than that, too. Slightly uphill. You've got to carry the ball onto the front of the screen. It will not run up. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. He just missed the bunker. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
Do that.
Frank, the 15th, kind of a fun golf hole if you can curve your ball. I mean, that's a huge dogleg to the right, isn't it?
It's much easier if you're a right-hander if you cut it down here. If you don't cut it, then make sure you don't run out down that left side.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. He's made it. Back on the tee here at the 16th. Frank, lay it out for us. What's ahead on this hole?
Well, even though there's 2 bunkers, one on the left and one on the right, it's the shortest of the 4 par 5s. You can almost take those out of play and have just a mid-iron in here. But we all know what's coming up.
Couldn't ask for too much better here. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. I like the looks of this one. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up.
Well, it was a tricky one, but it's in.
Frank, par 3 17th here at Bay Hill. How difficult is this hole?
This one takes your best tee shot, Rich. Otherwise, you're just looking at 4 or 5.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Count it. That's a birdie. ...2008, Frank. Tiger made that 25-foot putt right here at the 18th. Final round to beat Bart Bryant by a shot. Then again, for a second straight year, he birdied this hole to defeat Sean O'Hare.
He's had a similar putt there at least 3 or 4 times, actually, to win the event. And he's been one of the few players to considerable. It's made a tough par 4 into, well, we'll see. But it looks like a very birdiable hole now.
Hit it right where you want. Now he has a good chance to attack that hole location. Beautiful shot. Lands within 5 feet of the cup. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Frank, that front page of the leaderboard has been looking good all week.
You're exactly right, Rich. I think our winner is certainly going to come from that list right now. I'm excited for tomorrow's final round.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the third leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Orlando Classic. Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie. And a great start.
Here at the 231-yard par 3 second, Frank, pretty good hole.
It certainly is, Rich. The carry on the right side's a little shorter, but if you're going to take it down the left side, you've got to fly that ball at least another 20 yards.
Good chance at one. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable, that never deviated offline.
How about this start? Birdie to open the round. Now to the par 4 third, 434 yards and plenty of trouble on that left side.
One of the hardest tee shots on the front side. Water very much in play down the left.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Second shot from 160. Good-looking shot right here. Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Birdie putt coming up. The par on this hole yesterday. Nice solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong. Rich, there's such a big advantage. You tee it up on a peg there. It should be an easy shot. But remember, this is the most powerful club in the bag. This is the one that you have to nail out of the middle of club face.
Demonstrating there and really all day that he is one of the best drivers of the golf ball in the sport. Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Settles in over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now to the fifth hole. Off the tee, Frank, how do these fairway bunkers sort of factor into your mindset as you prepare to tee off?
Well, if you watch the pros play on the Arnold Palmer Invitational, you'll see two different strategies here. Just an iron off the tee, give yourself a full shot in, or, well, if you're a longer hitter, take it over that bunker on the left. That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Frank, back in 1998, by any chance, do you remember exactly how many golf balls John Daly hit into the water at the sixth?
It was half a dozen. Half a box of golf balls.
Wow, he moved that a long way right in the fairway. Setting up in the fairway, 200 yards to where that hole is cut. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That's a good shot right there, about 10 feet away. He'll have a good chance. Not a gimme, but well within his range. You'll love to watch him disappear, don't you? Frank, this is a big, brawny par 5, and it can be menacing just looking at it from the tee with all of that water.
It's also tempting, reachable for the longer hitters, unless your name's John Daly, who took a whopping 18. So, better than that, you're better than John Daly.
I don't see what's wrong with 18. If you break it down, that's 3 pars and an eagle. That's pretty good.
It is, but you're still playing the same hole.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie.
Right. It's an awkward length.
Almost. Wow. Good try. Just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem when you think cleaning up here for par.
Frank, how about the 8th par 4, one of the more intriguing setups?
Ideally, you want to just work your tee shot away from that bunker. But
pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Very respectable approach shot. A good spot. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. I was fooled a little bit on that one, Frank. And he makes it for par. Final hole now of the front side. It's a 474-yard par 4. And Frank, you've played it before. What works best?
Well, when he goes after it like he is here. Long just meant longer.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. All right, partner, break down this approach shot here at the par 4 9.
What you're looking at is one of the biggest greens on the golf course, Rich, so it gives you a chance to be perhaps a little more aggressive than what you would normally think on a par 4 that's just a little under 500 yards.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Good putt. Get those ice blue skies. How do you get off to a good start here on this second 9?
Well, really, you've got to pick a target here. You don't just blaze away at the 10th. The hole bends to the right. If you can get it over that bunker, you've got just a short iron, even a wedge in here.
And yet again, he has hit it off the tee and into the bunker. And now the second shot. It's 120 yards. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
But a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here. Rich, I thought he could get this close.
That just is amazing. Just a mind blower right there. Absolutely incredible. He made the shot. Frank, 440-yard par 4 11th. You see that number on the card, you think driver. Maybe not? Why?
Yeah, it's imperative you hit the fairway here, Rich. Water obviously in play left, 2 bunkers on the right. This is a second shot hole.
You knew it right away, Frank. That's a good one.
Solid.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
This is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot in there. Easy birdie.
Will he try again here today? Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Frank, now we're at the 574-yard, par 5 12th. How critical are the par 5s if you're trying to put a score on the board here at Bay Hill?
They're crucial, Rich, because the par 4s are very, very difficult. So anytime you get a par 5, you've really got to take advantage of it.
Split the fairway with that. Just a gorgeous swing. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Get down, lay down. Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Yeah, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him. Oh, another one goes in.
Frank, this is an interesting hole. It's the par 4 13th, and it isn't necessarily a driver off the tee. What are the options?
Yeah, you break it down. 250 off the tee, leaves 120. There's nothing wrong with playing the hole that way. You get a little over-ambitious here and run out of fairway. That second shot over water. Whoa.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. He's in the hole for a birdie. Frank, I like a good par 3 over 200 yards, requiring that one good, clean strike. And here's a good case in point, 216 yards, all you want.
Yeah, bunkered at the back, bunkered to the left side, a little collection area to the right. So really, in the end, you've got one choice. That's hit your best.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th.
Second shot.
He's made it. Now at the 15th, big dogleg right here. What's the best way to go, Frank?
Really down the left side. It's very tempting to try and hit it across that bunker, but not only do you have to carry the bunker, you've also got to carry those little shrubs down the right side.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
And that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. There you have it. Well done. Great. Back on the tee here at the 16th. It's a par 5. Bunkers, water all along this hole. Doesn't look to be a gimme par 5.
Now, you've got to have your wits about you. If you just look at the yardage, you'll think it's the easiest par 5 on the golf course. And then, before you know it, it's got you.
Whoa, talk about taking the head cover off and let it fly. That's beyond long.
Goodness, did he get all of that? Wow. Appears to be tracking well. Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, this is a great hole through the years to watch when the pressure is ratcheted up deep into a round. That is all you want at more than 220 yards.
Plays slightly shorter because it's downhill. The bunker's on the left in play. Even the bunker short ride and, of course, the water, if you just miss it a bit, that's in play. And the green shapes away from you. This has to be the most difficult par 3 on the golf course.
Getting set now over the putt. And in for birdie. Frank, this is a stout finishing.
And so many times we've seen disaster and triumph just on those final 3 holes. Well, a hard hole after that tee shot has now become an easy hole.
It's the great equalizer when you can drive the golf ball, Frank, just like that. Boy, it opens up so many avenues, and he'll have plenty to choose from here. Looks good. Chance to make a birdie. Well, that's how you play the game, right there, to win the Orlando Classic. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
What a great tournament finish. This one is in the books, and look who finished on top of the leaderboard.
Rich, this has to go down as a classic. Our champion was simply on fire. And I'm looking forward now to see how next week pans out.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the final leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Tour Championship.
That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
He can't be that good.
That is a beauty, a real beauty. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
How did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center.